Let's take a moment and we'll check out the operation of the AM/FM tuner section built into your new Pioneer in-dash receiver. Even though your particular in-dash receiver may be a 1-DIN model or a 2-DIN model, and may or may not have a CD slot across the top like this one, the button operation in this demonstration is identical for the following Pioneer models: MVH-S4000BT, MVH-S4000BT, FH-S500BT, DEH-S4000BT, DEH-S4010BT. All right, when I want to switch to the AM/FM radio, just touch the source key here, SRC, and that will cycle through the available sources. We'll keep pressing that button until we come back around to radio. The radio will power up and begin to play the radio station for us. There's a bunch of information on the screen when we see when we're on the tuner source. You can see we're on FM band number 1, and we're on radio station frequency 89.3. Now, if I want to change the radio station frequency, I can do that with the track button here. If I touch once up, you'll see we go to 89.5. Touch it again, 89.7. That'll work going back down the other way. Touch it once, and touch it again, back to that original radio station. If I want to seek to the next available radio station, I'll just press and hold this track key for a moment, and let it go, and the system will seek until it finds a strong radio station and begin to play. SuperTuner gives me 18 radio station presets on FM. You can see 6 of them across the bottom here because we're on FM band number 1. And if I want to create a radio station preset, I'm going to tune in my favorite radio station here. And I'm going to press and hold, for example, number 2 for a moment, till it stops flashing on the screen. And that locks in 94.5 as radio station preset number 2 on FM band number 1. So on FM band number 1, we have 6 radio station presets. If I touch the band button here, I switch over to FM band number 2. That gives me 6 more radio station presets on FM. Touch that band button again. That switches over to FM number 3. 6 more radio station presets for FM on band number 3. That gives me a total of 18 radio station presets for FM. If I touch band one more time, that takes me over to AM, and I have 6 radio station presets for AM. And if I touch band once more, I come back around to my original FM band number 1 with my original 6 radio station presets. If I want to change the information that's displayed on the screen, I'm just going to touch the display button here. So right now we have AM/FM radio band information and frequency. This can bring up the clock, but we still have the FM band information. This is a spectrum analyzer that will operate in the background. And this will come around to our broadcast information. If the radio station is broadcasting information, that will show up in text on the screen right here. And we'll touch that one more time. That brings us back around to our radio station information and frequency information. Let's check out the function menu for the AM/FM tuner. So while I'm on the tuner, I'm going to press in on the volume control here, and I'm going to scroll along until I find the function menu. Here's function, and we'll press enter. The first thing we see here is BSM, or best stations memory. And if I press in on the volume control, that'll activate BSM, and best stations memory will scan through the entire FM spectrum and lock in the 6 strongest radio stations that you're receiving right now. So we're on FM band number 1. Any radio stations that we had there would be erased for the new radio stations that best stations memory found. BSM is great when you're on a road trip and the radio stations become weak. You can just hit BSM to find the 6 strongest radio stations that are available. Let's go back to our function menu now. I'm going to press in on the volume control. Back into the function menu. There's BSM, and we'll turn past that to the local setting. And you can see right now that local is switched off, and local is a filter to filter out the weakest radio stations. So if I drive locally all the time and I just want to hear the radio stations that are stronger locally, I can switch the local filter on to level number 1, and that will begin to filter out the very weak radio stations. As I press in on the volume control a few more times, I can go up to level number 2, 3, or local level number 4. Now at local level number 4, this will only stop on the very strongest radio stations on the dial. So I'm going to go back out now. And when I seek to the next available radio station, you'll see that the system will skip right past the weak radio stations and only stop on the strongest ones. So now I'm going to go back into my function settings here, into my function menu, and local, and I'm going to switch that back to local level number 1. So it will now filter out some of the very weakest radio stations, but the stronger ones will still be available when I use my seek setting here. Now let's roll over to our next setting, which is our seek type. We have the manual seek setting, and we can also choose the preset seek. So what this means is when I use the track buttons here to seek to the next radio station, and we'll go out here. So if I press and hold here, we're going to seek to the next available radio station based on the local setting that I created with local level number 1. Now let's go back into that setting. Function and to the seek menu, and we're going to switch it to PCH or preset channel. Now I'll go back out to my tuner, and now when I hit the track button, I'm going to move through my radio station presets on the current band. So I'm on FM band number 1, and this, when I hit the track button up or down, I'm going to move through my radio station presets. I want to be able to manually seek to available radio stations, so I'm going to go back in and change that back to the manual setting. Here's my function menu, and seek type, I want to be manual. There we go. Now let's roll over to the next setting, which is back around to BSM. And I can hit the band button to escape.